So that's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna come. A time of trouble like none other since there never has been since there was a nation. That's what the Lord's gonna bring. That's what Yahweh Shai is gonna bring. That's what He's gonna deliver, and that's just what's gonna happen. So Mir once again, Meyer, caused to become stuck in the mud. That's what's gonna happen to the black dudes. I'm gonna get that in Daniel 12. Daniel 12 and verse 12 here. I mean, it's like Daniel 12 and 1. And there shall be a time of trouble such as never was, since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that is found written in the book. That's what's going to be saved in this time that's going to come. That's what's going to be delivered in the time that's going to come. The elect is going to be delivered. So this is what we're seeking for. This is what we want. This is what our spirit wants. And sometimes you don't even want it because of the hell you catch, because of how unglorifying it looks, it feels at the time, and most of the time. You may not even want it. You may not even care for it, because what we have here, what we carry here, is a double-edged sword. We carry a double-edged sword. It's ultimately a blessing. We know that it's a blessing. We've heard that it's a blessing, but in the spirit, it doesn't in the moment, in the flesh, it doesn't feel like it's a blessing. Doesn't feel like it's a blessing. May not look like it's a blessing or anything special. Because that's what Yahushua was. I mean, what I'll pull this up here. Pertaining to that, I'll pull this scripture up here. Isaiah 53 and verse 3. He is despised and rejected, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief, and we hid as it were our faces from him. He was despised and we esteemed him not. So this was Yahushua right here. He was despised and we esteemed him not. So Yahushua was despised, he was mocked, rebuked. You see, and that's what we got to face. That's what we got to endure as our punishment from Yahweh Shai. That's what we got to endure. That's what we got to face, whether we like it or not. I ain't gonna lie to you. Me personally, I'm not gonna stand here like I'm a fucking angel and tell you, oh, I enjoy to be low and I like to be low and take the low all the time. And sometimes I wish I could smoke 'em up, motherfucker, man. Sometimes I wish I could smack a black bitch in the face, man. Sometimes I wish I can just simply tell her she's a bitch in her face, or to a Latin bitch, she's a bitch to her face. And that necessarily won't make it better or worse, your situation. But even with shit like that, we just can't do it. We gotta be low in this society. We gotta be low. We gotta be on the bottom in this society. If you're following me, you know. These are things you gotta know. No, you gotta know it. You gotta know that. That's why we always say, you know. Because it's like a question. Do you know? Do you know? You better know. If you don't know, then you don't know, man. You're just lost. It's just a question.
This is Isaiah 53 and verse 4. Surely he hath borne our grief and carried our sorrows, yet we did esteem him stricken, smitten of God, and afflicted. But he was wounded for our transgressions, he was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his steps we are healed. And that's what the Yahushua was enduring in his time. He was mocked, he was scoffed, he was done bad. He was done bad, just as bad as we're being done. On the same level, just as bad as we're being done, man. He was being looked down upon like that. That's why a nigga can do all the wicked shit he's doing. Some nigga woman can do all the shit she's doing. Mainly with Judah, but also all you northern tribes. It's mainly Judah, because Judah's a big tribe, and they're the poster child tribe of the nation. So mainly Judah, bro, but all you other Mexicans and other tribes as well, the Northern Kingdom, all that shit. Alright? But yeah, man, I forgot what I was gonna say. It's blocking. But yeah, that's why a nigga can walk in the opposite way you walk it and not get fucked up, not get as chastised upon. So that's a part of our cursing as well. That's a part of our cursing. That's a part of our stress we're getting as well. To see the rest of your nation being degenerates, but then you're actually trying, and they're not sighing and crying about what's going on out here. They're not walking in the spirit of urgency. They're just going and doing whatever they want and eating whatever they want and whatever. This is Isaiah 53 and verse 8. He was taken from prison and from judgment. Let's see, 7. He was also oppressed and he was afflicted, yet he opened not his mouth. He is brought as a lamb to the slaughter. This was Yahushua, the true name, by the way. Yahushua, he was brought as a lamb to the slaughter, and as a sheep before her shearers is dumb, so he opened not his mouth. And that was Yahushua right there. Skipping down to there, verse 10. Yet it pleased the Lord Yahweh to bruise him, he hath put him to grief. When thou shalt make his soul an offering for sin, he shall see his seed. The point I wanted was the hell he was catching, not the glory part that it talks about later on here in the section here. Right now,
Because right now we're not in that glorious part right now. We're in our cursing right now, our hell right now. And once again, man, Yahweh Shai, he was Solomon. He was Solomon. He was. This was actually a king. This was actually a king that was ruling all over Israel. This man right here was at one point in Israel, in the same place he came back in the same place, birthplace, all that stuff, same geographical place, things like that of that sort that pertain unto that. All right. And that same place right there, right? Yahweh Shai. This was Yahweh Shai was rebuked and rejected by his people, who was Solomon. He was a king once. Everyone would have recognized him and paid their respects and allegiance to him, bowed down to him. And this time in this life, he had to come back and pay for his sins, and that's in the scriptures here. If I can pull it up, let's see. I'll have to find it. So I can. But yeah, this was Yahweh Shai, who was Solomon. Everyone would have bowed to him in the past life. That he had to come. Why did he have to come back and get judged? Which you should know that question if you already know. But I'm gonna just ask. It's really for those who don't know. Those who don't know and want to learn and trying to sincerely get edified here in the scriptures. We have the scriptures. Just bear with me. I'm gonna look it up here. Get that scripture to explain and break that down. Yeah, so we can find this in Second Chronicles. Never mind, I can't find it. Should be First Kings 17. Yeah, I can't find it. So like it, but it goes basically like the Lord's speaking to King David, and he tells him, if your son Solomon disobeys me, I shall beat him with the stripes of man. So when you go into that scripture, that particular excerpt there of the scriptures, or whatever you want to call it, precept of the scriptures there, historical moment of the scriptures there, prophecy of the scriptures there. When you go into that specific moment, bro, okay, yeah, the Lord's telling King David right there, Solomon's gonna be beaten with the stripes of man. when you go into Solomon and the fucking time and the life he was living in, he didn't get beat with the stress of man. He wasn't chastised. Okay. He died in his kingdom. And you can argue he got a little chastised by having these, because he did have these three dudes. It was an Ishmaelite, a Moabite, and one of his own people, a northern kingdom, like come up against him and cause a rise up against him, basically. But all of them, even with that though, it was really, that really wasn't nothing compared to, that was a little slap on the wrist, really, compared to actually getting the stripes of man. And Solomon actually literally got the stripes of man as Yahweh saw when he came back. He was whipped when he was gonna get, before he was gonna get up to the cross to get crucified. And so that's what we're still that's what we're going through right now. That's what we're still going through right now. And that whole process there of our punishment from Yahweh Messiah, which I hate to speak on it. I hate to speak on it. Seems like we always gotta get bad news, barely even any good news. Really, the bad news is the amount of scriptures we speak on, it outweighs all the good we speak on. I hate speaking about this shit. But hey, man, it's part of the scriptures here. It's part of this walk here. So I had to get it. I hate speaking on the curses. I hate speaking on all that dark shit of the scriptures. I hate speaking on that, bro. I rather speak on the kingdom and the blessings and all that, but hey, it's part of the scriptures right here, man. We gotta get this here. Yeah, and that's why we want to be delivered. That's why we want to be delivered, but we want this to end already. We want our punishment and cursing to end already, man. Isaiah 44 and verse 6, thus says Yahweh Hashem Shai, the kingdom of Israel, and his redeemer, the Yahweh Hashem Shai hosts. I am the first and I am the last, and beside me there is no power. There is no power. God. Hope my voice ain't too fucking low there. Hope you can hear it, but yeah, don't want to speak too loud because people are sleeping, but God, it says right there, but beside me there is no power. There is no other power beside Yahweh Hashem Shai. There ain't no other power beside Yahweh Hashem Shai. Okay, I am the first and I am the last, and beside me there is no power. Thus says Lord Yahweh, King of Israel, and his Redeemer, the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Shai. I am the first and I am the last, and beside me there is no power. Once again, there is no power. There is no other power. And the true name of the true power, which he only has one name, you're supposed to call upon that name. To you new people coming in. Jakes that's out there trying to still find the truth. Because there may be some of the elect that ain't seared yet. Which I like to think is possible because we're still out there. But, yeah, like when I first heard that Yahweh was the name, I mean, I believed it. I believed it, bro. I didn't have to guess or wait and ask how is that the name. I just believed that was the name, simply as that, man. Why you fucking niggers and specks and wetbacks cannot understand that name, man. Because you was simple as nigga, man. Coon as negro. Boy the light. That's what but you are black and void of light. You like to call yourself black so goddamn much. When I heard I was an Israelite, I believed that shit, man. I believed that stuff. I believed that stuff. Con, it's like it. Yeah, that stuff. I believed it. I took it. If anything, I was excited. I was excited to know I was an Israelite. But like it says in Ezekiel, right? Pull that up here. Like it says in Ezekiel, this is Ezekiel 3, the 3rd chapter, I think, verse actually, I'll get this first. Going back to how stubborn our people are. This is just part of prophecy too. How stubborn our people are. Ezekiel 2 and verse 8. But thou, son of man, hear what I say unto thee. Be not thou rebellious like that rebellious house. Open thy mouth and eat that I give thee. I'm going to jump up to verse 7. And thou shalt speak my words unto them, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are most rebellious. They are most rebellious. Come. And what does rebellious mean? I can tell you what it means, but let me look it up. Rebellious. Showing a desire to resist authority, control, or convention. Disobedient, defiant. Defiant here. Defiant means openly resisting or disobeying, showing defiance. So it just means to like not listen. Not easily handled or kept in place. Yeah, you can't keep one simple instruction. He has to do it. It's just in his spirit, which is really how the Lord made him. It's really just how the Lord wanted it to be. How the Lord made Jake's ass with it to become. The elect goes off, but we don't want to go off on purpose. But the J goes off. 2/3 go off. They just go off because it's just end up. They don't see a problem with it. They don't repent of it. If I go off, I'm repentant. I'm repentant to it. I'm repentant about it to the Lord Yahweh Shemashah. As soon as possible. Sometimes I take a while because of my pride, but eventually I repent of that, man. And that's a sign of the elect right there, man. You keep coming back to this word. Something in you just is in about this word keeps coming back to you about this. It's a sign you may be of the elect. Because you could fake it too. You can just be a complete fake ass faker, because you may be an agent, and you can be faking it, and be holding the scriptures and fast and even pray. You might even fast and pray, and fake it. Make videos and lessons just to make sure you make it just to humiliate the sincere brothers or whatever. Whatever weirdo Esau can do to send an agent to come and do shit, whatever, you can fake it, but I'm not talking about those fakers, man. Unless they end repenting, then cool, awesome, bro. Man, Lord have mercy on them. Lord willing if they repent, but I mean, and the point is, the elect is gonna have it in the spirit though to be doing these works, doing the works of the Lord, and doing what the Lord would instruct to do.
Anyway, this is Ezekiel 3. This is what I really wanted though. So like it, bro. This is Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter. I'll get verse 8. Behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and their foreheads strong against their foreheads. As an adamant harder than flint have I made thy forehead. Fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. God. So the Lord tells us right here not to be afraid of their shit. The Lord tells us to be bold as lions as well. So that's just what in the scriptures right there. The Lord has made our heads harder than their heads. So we're gonna keep preaching this word, this truth. Meaning we're gonna be more on fire for the truth than they are for their rebelliousness. And this is in Ezekiel 3. This is what I wanted though. Ezekiel 3:3. And he said unto me, Son of man, feed your belly with the scroll that I give you, and fill your stomach with it. Then I ate it, and it was in my mouth as sweet as honey. Yeah, so that's going back to being excited, me being excited about me hearing I was an Israelite. Yeah, so anyway, that was me going into how I was excited about hearing I was an Israelite. Yeah. Anyway, this is Revelation 10:9. Listen to this one here. So I went to the angel and asked him to give me the little scroll. He said to me, take it and eat it. It will turn your stomach sour, but in your mouth it will be as sweet as honey. Yeah, so these, I don't even know what the fuck this one is, man. And eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey. God. Awesome, bro. Yeah, shout out to Tar, yeah.
So anyway, bro, it's really the end of this lesson anyway. That's the point.
And notice it says there, stomach, it will take it and eat it, and your stomach, it will make it bitter. In the King James Bible here, right here, listen to this one here. And it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey, in thy belly bitter. Meaning how better it fucking is to be when you hear this truth, when you get this word right here, right? You gotta be rebuked by brothers. You might feel like you're better than this brother. You gotta be below that brother, below the elders. Yeah, man, that's how it goes in this truth, man. Yeah. That's how I be feeling sometimes, but that's how it is in the truth in this world, right? So come, man, Jacob's trouble is coming. That's how it goes in this truth, right? So anyway, man, it's weird how I'm getting all sleepy now. All of a sudden, brothers, once I make this video here, once I start making this video, all of a sudden I'm getting sleepy now. That's fucking lame. But anyway, this is I'm really getting ready to close the lesson now. This is just various topics. Mainly spoke on the black. We kind of went into the black bitch at first. And the spirit how thought me to go into how Yahweh was going through these afflictions. We went into a bit on reincarnation, which proves Yahweh's prime example of that with Solomon, all that. And went into how this truth is bitter. We went a lot into that, how this truth is bitter, basically, how Yahweh was afflicted. So I might just mainly entitle this lesson with something along the lines of that. And yeah, we'll close out with speaking on Simon Jacob's trouble here. Yeah, trouble's coming. Jacob's trouble's coming. We spoke on that a bit as well earlier. We grabbed Isaiah 33 and 6 up for that. Going into how basically in that day, this is what we're seeking. This is our ultimate goal, right? It's salvation. The blessings. We want the blessings. We want to be blessed. Ultimately, it's not even really something that we want. It's something that the Lord put in us to want to seek. Because if it was just about our own will, then we wouldn't. There would be no power in the Lord. We want to show power in the Lord. He's in control of things. So it's all of the Lord that we continue in this thing. Like I said earlier, there's times I don't want to be in this thing because of the hell. Because of how hard and the burden of serving Yahweh. There's times that I don't want to fast. I've been in that spirit lately of not wanting to fast, not wanting to just feeling lackadaisical, not wanting to pray and shit like that, man. Shit happens. Having demons in me, saying shit and talking shit, just having demons on me and shit, man. So, brother, pray for me, brother. Runs into this, listen, prays for me, helps me. That will help me very much. Help me to pray for me to get some jealous emotions out of me if I have for brothers and shit like that. The elders and shit like that. Thinking certain brothers are agents and shit like that. Just shit I'm going through. 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sin and scourges for amendment, but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. And that's what Yahweh says and come to bring. That's coming soon. So we're seeking the goal. This is all we gotta remember too. The goal for this, all this is salvation. We want to get and receive the salvation. It's Revelation 2:10. I'm gonna jump on down though. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee eternal life. So we gotta be faithful unto death, even if we're at the point of death. That's what it's saying there. We gotta be faithful. Faithful to Yahweh Shai. Making sure we're offending less. We're still gonna offend. We ain't gonna be perfect, but offending less, helping to offend less, repenting. And we can always do more. We could fast more, read more. Ultimately, brothers don't fast enough. That's one of the main things. You can make a video, but I mean, I don't know. I feel like fasting's really more hard than making a video, but me personally, but yeah, yeah, we can always do more. Sometimes we just put it off from day to day. Like right now, Spirit topping me. I'm to fast. I'm trying to put it off. I don't want to fast. Personally, I don't want to. It's hard and all that and all types of shit. But hey, Lord willing, before the end of this week, Lord willing. So kind of anyway, this is 2 Corinthians 16 and 23, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. And it's 27, for that one man shall desire to see another and to hear his voice. That's what's going to come by this World War III. That's going to happen. The end of this place soon. I could see us being here to 2028. That's just my prediction. But I don't see this going longer up to 2029, man. I don't see that happening. I believe Yahweh Shai is going to come around 2028. Timeline, time length, period, or all eyes. All that. We just got to see it. It's going to happen when the Lord, whatever day it happens, the Lord Yahweh, only He knows. Yahweh Shai doesn't know the day, but Yahweh knows. So that's the point. This lesson really. And going back to demonic attacks and shit, being in the flesh, it is good to fast so you can rebuke the flesh, not stay in the flesh, and not be in the flesh. All right. Going back to that goes into Ephesians 6. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, so we can't do things in the flesh to suppress the flesh. For our weapons of our warfare and our carnal, the spiritual, just quoting those. So just showing you how we got to use spiritual weapons and spiritual tools to combat these things that's holding us back, making us feel like we ain't doing enough. If you feel like you ain't doing enough, then like I heard a brother saying earlier in the video, that means that's the amount of worship you're lacking in the spirit. You could do more. Do that thing that's gonna make you feel like you're more confident with what you're doing for Yahweh. Like me personally, most of the time it's not fasting enough. So I fast more, so I feel I'm doing enough for Yahweh. That's just me personally, but I don't know for other brother or whatever. But even with that, even then, you should also fast, even if you're a brother that says you don't, spirit ain't on you to fast that much. Well, it probably is, brother. You just ain't noticing it. With that, that's point. Shalom and a bar to bar. Hopefully, this is edifying. And you're listening, take heed to the message. Shalom.